Have you ever stopped to think about how your brain just adapts?
Hmm.
Learns something new, maybe bounces back from, I don't know, a minor bump.
It's pretty incredible, isn't it? That constant capacity for change.
Exactly. And that's what we're diving into today. We're looking at neurotrophins. Think of them as the brain's own growth factors.
Hmm.
And for you listening, someone who really values getting up to speed quickly, our mission here is pretty straightforward.
Mm.
Let's understand these molecules, these neurotrophins, and what they mean for your brain.
Yeah, simply put, neurotrophins are a family of proteins, and they're absolutely essential for your neurons, your brain cells, to, well, survive, grow, and just function properly.
To keep things running smoothly.
Basically, yeah. They're the support crew.
Okay, so it's a family.
Hmm.
But there's one name that seems to pop up everywhere. BDNF. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor. What's the big deal with BDNF?
BDNF, it's definitely a key player. It's massively involved in learning and memory.
How so?
Well, when you learn something new, you're essentially building or strengthening connections in your brain, right? BDNF is fundamental to that process.
Okay.
And it doesn't stop there. It's also really important for regulating mood. So yeah, for general brain health, cognitive function, even feeling good, BDNF is vital.
And I read something interesting that exercise triggers muscle proteins that tell the brain to make more BDNF. Is that right?
That's right. It shows this amazing link, this communication between your body and your brain. Exercise is a potent signal.
Fascinating. So let's get more specific. How do these neurotrophins, like BDNF, actually help build those brain connections for learning?
They directly encourage the growth of synapses.
Synapses, the
Yeah.
junctions between neurons.
Exactly, the communication points. Neurotrophins help form new ones and make the existing ones stronger, more robust.
So it's like upgrading the brain's internet connection.
Yeah,
Faster, more reliable.
that's a decent analogy. Yeah, it makes processing and storing new information much more efficient.
Okay, so they improve the connections. But are they involved in actually making entirely new brain cells, neurogenesis?
They are, yes. Particularly in certain areas like the hippocampus, which you probably know is heavily linked to memory.
Right.
We now know neurogenesis happens in adults there, and neurotrophins are crucial for helping those new neurons survive and integrate. It kind of reinforces that our brains aren't fixed, they can change.
Wow. Okay, what about neurotransmitters? Serotonin, dopamine. How do neurotrophins fit in with those chemical messengers?
They work together. Neurotrophins can actually modulate the effects of neurotransmitters. They can fine-tune how neurons respond to those signals.
So they influence the volume, maybe.
Sort of, yeah. They help regulate the whole communication system. It's all very interconnected.
It really sounds like it. Which makes me wonder, if they're so important, what happens if levels are low? Are there links to disorders?
Well, research does suggest connections. It's complex and we're still learning, but lower levels of BDNF, for instance, are often seen in people with conditions like depression. And also in some neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. It suggests BDNF plays a role in overall brain resilience and health.
That really brings it home.
Yeah.
It makes you think, what can I actually do about this?
Yeah.
How much control do we have through, say, lifestyle?
Quite a bit, actually. And this is the empowering part. Lifestyle choices matter.
Like exercise. You mentioned that earlier.
Exactly. Exercise is probably one of the most powerful ways to boost BDNF. Things like running, swimming, even strength training. They've all been shown to increase BDNF production.
So that jog or gym session is literally feeding your brain.
In a very real way, yes.
Yep.
It's direct benefit.
That's great to know. Earlier, you mentioned something about docking stations for these neurotrophins. Track receptors. Can you explain that quickly?
Sure. So the neurotrophins need a way to deliver their message to the neuron, right?
Yeah.
TRK receptors are basically specific proteins on the surface of the neuron. Think of them like a specific keyhole. When the neurotrophin, the key, like BDNF, fits into its specific TRK receptor, that's what triggers the signals inside the neuron to promote growth, survival, all those good things.
Got it. So it's a targeted mechanism. And looking ahead, what about using this knowledge medically? Any potential in regenerative medicine?
Oh, definitely. It's a really exciting area. Because neurotrophins support neuron survival and growth, researchers are exploring using them, or drugs that mimic them, to potentially help repair brain damage.
Like after a stroke.
Exactly, or injury. And also for treating neurological conditions where neuron loss is a key problem. It's still developing, but very promising.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. What's the main takeaway here?
I think it boils down to this. Neurotrophins, and especially BDNF, are absolutely crucial for keeping your brain healthy, adaptable, and functioning well.
Right. They help neurons survive, build connections for learning, even help create new cells.
Precisely. And the really key point for everyone listening is that you can influence this. Your lifestyle choices, particularly getting regular exercise, can significantly boost these vital molecules.
So here's something to think about.
Hmm.
Knowing your brain has this amazing ability to change, what's one small, consistent thing you could maybe start doing? Could be that daily walk, trying a puzzle, learning a few words of a language, something to nurture those neurotrophins for your long-term brain health.
It really highlights that powerful connection, doesn't it? Mind and body working together.